Okay, so this is our second lesson on NX. So let me, I have NX open here. I'm going to go ahead and close it. And let me start over. I'm going to open NX, and for some reason it's not appearing here for me, so I'm going to go ahead and type in NX, and I'm going to have 7.5 come up. And I'll wait for this application to open. Okay, so here's the NX interface. You'll see a couple people icons here. I'll click that, and we'll also see a variety of different options here that you can select and you can read, and you can just play with NX and become more familiar with it as we become more involved. Now I'm going to select this icon. Lets us select the different roles for the user, and I'm going to select role advanced with full menus. Mainly because this is the one that the book uses, and I wanted to follow along with some of the options that the book has. So let's click that one. Alternatively, you may want to do essentials with full menus. That may be a little bit more a simpler version. If you would also like to select that, that's fine. Okay. So I selected my role. Now I'm going to go up to the top here and select a new to create a new part file. And it asks us what kind of part is this going to be, what kind of file do you want to make it, and I'm selecting the type is modeling, and it's going to be a part file. Let's name this file curve underscore, and let's use your initials. In my case, it's NL. Folder, I'm just going to select this just to remind you that you don't necessarily want to save to your local disk, particularly the hard disk of the computer that you're using. You definitely should select, if it's an option, to save to your USB file, USB port, if you can. So I think, this is not my USB, but I'm just making the point that you'll need to save to your USB just in case anything happens, and also you'll be able to take the part files with you and access them from home or wherever you need to when you use them. So be careful with this. If you're saving it to your local computer, it should be fine also. So let's go ahead and start. So this is the NX interface, and you can see there's several different icons that you can look at and make adjustments to and play with, and I leave that to you guys to go ahead and start playing with these and look at what the different options do. See what you can do with this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to this top menu bar, which has several different options, and I'm going to look at this one, this L-shaped bracket. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch the view, since you can see the coordinate system, Z, Y, and X. So it's kind of an isometric view right now. I'm going to switch it to a top view. So we're only looking at the X-axis and the Y-axis. So this is the XY plane. This is the one we deal with a lot of times for a lot of applications. And since this tutorial is dealing with how to create lines, curves, circles, we'll pick this 2D plane to create all of our parts on. Okay, so in order to create a line in NX, I'm going to go to Insert, a Curve, and let's look at the basic curve menu. So on this menu you see we have several different options. We have string mode, break string, point method. What I want to do is I want to make sure that it's inferred point method. I also want to make sure that this box is checked string mode. And break string is going to be used to end our line that we're creating. Okay, so I'm going to select this one, which is a line. I'm going to make sure it's an insert point. String mode is checked. Break string. Okay, so let's now go to our drawing portion here. And I'm left-clicking my mouse to start the line. And then I'm left-clicking the mouse again to end the line. And you'll see that we have this line continue on if we wanted to. But I'm going to go ahead and click break string, which stops our drawing of this particular line segment. On the line, you'll notice we have a few things here. We have an endpoint here, we have an endpoint here, and we also have a center point. This is also called a control point. So you guys can play with this. This is for like line again. You guys can build a line. If we don't break it, what happens? Well, it can do some other things. Alternatively, you can push in the center mouse button, and that will also break the string. So I recommend that you guys really use a three button mouse. So we have left click, right click, and also a center scrolling wheel that you can push in. You don't need it, I think, necessarily, but it will make your life a lot easier whenever we start getting into more advanced type drawing. So I recommend a 3-point mouse for those of you who are using Mac and things. You can pick up a mouse for $15 or $20 at an electronics store, or you may have one already laying around the house. So the next thing I'd like to show you is circle. So circle we'll select in the same way. We'll say we select our circle. We can go out here and we can create different size circles by left-clicking to begin it, and then dragging our mouse or moving the mouse and picking the size of the radius of the circle. So you guys can play with that and see some of the options that are available for that. Okay, the last one I wanted to show you is the arc function. Arc function, we want to make sure again we have string mode and break the string mode selected, and we also want to have the start end point on arc. So what this is going to do is basically going to have a start point. We're going to left click to start it, left click to end it, just like we did with the line. And now we'll click somewhere along this arc line as it moves to where we want it geometrically. So we can, if you want to create another arc, you can, and we can keep creating arcs, and push down the center mouse button to go ahead and break the string. Or again, you can just use this. So this is your tutorial on creating a line, a circle, or arc. This is section 3.2 in your textbook.